Hello again, all life path number 7. This is your June reading for 2020. I'm going to do some of the astrology because June is actually quite a heavy month with 2 eclipses, along with the full moons and new moons. So we'll start with that before I get into the card readings, which I'm going to do a little bit differently this month. So we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius on June 5th or 6th, depending on which hemisphere you're in. But that's in the sign of Sagittarius, where the South Node has just moved to from Capricorn. South Node deals with the past. It's all about the past. That's what the South Node means. So the North Node has just moved from Cancer into Gemini, which is all about the future. So Gemini being an air sign, it's all about the logical, mental realm now. We've moved out of the sort of the watery sign of Cancer, and that deals, with home, families, all that sort of type thing. So that North Node has just gone into Gemini. So then we come into the new moon, which is on June 20th or 21st in the sign of Cancer, where that North Node has just come out of the sign of Cancer. And we also have a solar eclipse in Cancer at 0 degrees of Cancer. I'm just going to go back to, the full moon, which I missed. The full moon being in the sign of Sagittarius, on the same day there is a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius as well. It's a partial eclipse. Eclipses take anything up to 6 months to work through. And then we go into the new moon, which has on the 20th, 21st, and there's a solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer on that date as well. We've got 6 eclipses this year. You think 2020, the start of 2020 was bad, or, a little bit, everything's changed in the world, all that sort of type thing, as it has. These eclipses, we've got 6 coming, and the first 2 start in June. So, like I said, eclipses take anything up to 6 months to work through. So there's still more changes coming, is basically what I'm trying to get at. So last month was May, and it was a 9 universal month. June is a 1 universal month. So with in numerology, all that sort of type thing, 1 is like back at the beginning again. So usually with a 1 universal month, they don't come around very often. We're lucky if we get just 2 of them a year. So the next 30 days is all about that number 1, about new beginnings, all this sort of thing. So this is where all the nodes changing, planets, all this sort of type thing are starting to move into different signs. A lot of planets are still in retrograde. We have Venus, Saturn, Pluto and Jupiter still in retrograde. And we've got another one coming up, which is Mercury. We all know what Mercury represents. So Mercury retrograde represents, computers, travel, all that sort of type thing can go a bit haywire. Emails, messages, communication. Mercury is all about communication, but that's going retrograde on the 17th or 18th of July, and it stations direct again on July 11th or 12th. Why I bring up Mercury, we have quite a few Mercury retrogrades per year, is because Mercury governs Gemini, which we've just had the North Node in, so that's why it's a little bit of a big deal this time. Although it's only a short period of time, it's quite significant that Mercury going to retrograde, and it's the ruling planet of Gemini, which the North Node has just gone into Gemini. You'll start to see a lot of things sort of play out. There's also another planet, Neptune, which is it's going retrograde too, and I think that's at the end of June sometime. I didn't actually write down the date, but I've just jotted it down here just to remind myself to mention Neptune. But I'm going to come back and do some more videos in June because of what's happening in the planetary things. I could have written a couple of pages sort of type thing about what's going on, but I'm not an astrologer. but I know from my own life experience that all these planets and things, they play out in everybody's lives. They even come out in the cards. So we'll leave that one there. But definitely, you know, with that South Node that's in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is a mutable sign, and its element is fire. So, and it's also a full moon. So it could be quite a lot of different things sort of coming up with all these retrogrades that are sort of coming into effect now. So, but like always on a full moon, most people's, you know, senses are heightened. Most people get quite, you know, emotionally upset, or they have bad days, all this sort of type thing. So that's just basically a heads up anyway. So I'm going to get into the cards now. I'm going to do something a little bit different with the spread. We've done the Celtic crosses, we've done the horseshoe spreads. I'm going to do a past, present and future spread, which will total 9 cards. I'm also just going to randomly pick a card out of the deck, and it's going to be what I call an extra message from the universe for that card, which we'll place over here, and that'll come into play. So that's just an extra message on top of the 9 cards that you'll get for your past, present and future. So we'll get underway and we'll shuffle the cards now for life path number 7. Just go back here a bit. I've also got the Wisdom of the Oracle card deck, which I'm going to do something a little bit fun at the end of the past, present and future spread. So I'm not going to tell you what it is at the moment, but yeah, that's just a little bit of fun, just to lighten things up a little bit. And it's something that's a little bit different. I don't generally do it, but I like to do things a little bit differently every now and again. Maybe the universe has a message, special message. I might get 2 cards because I just got 2 messages on my phone. So let's see what we need to know. Life path number 7 need to know for June 2020. What do they most need to know? Life path number 7. Splitting the deck, and if you saw my video last month, you know I always take the middle set of cards. So we'll get underway with placing your cards out. So the first 3 cards are your past cards. The next 3 cards are your present. The bottom 3 cards are the future. And we're just going to pick one randomly out of the deck. And if I need to clarify any, I can clarify any cards. Just rearranging things around here, give myself a little bit of room. So I'm going to start with this card here. Now it's the 3 of Swords in the normal traditional tarot. It's the 3 of Michael in this deck. And this is talking about past heartbreak. 3 of Swords in the traditional tarot depicts, it shows a heart with 3 swords piercing it. And this can be old traumas from the past, but I'm going to read what it says at the bottom. And this is why I bring up the nodes, all that sort of type thing. It says, release the past, you will grow from the situation, time heals all wounds. So whatever's gone on in the last little while, this could be up, you know, from the beginning of the year or up until now, or the last month and a half. There's a few past traumas that we have to get over for life path number 7s. And as you all know, I'm a life path number 7 too. So not that I read the cards for myself, but at the end of the day, I can look back at the readings and I can fit them to my scenario as well. Anyway, getting back to this card, there's going to be some releasing of the past that needs to be done, and I'm picking around about this full moon on the 5th with the lunar eclipse. So, yeah, anything that comes up along that timeline, It's there to be released. So any baggage from the past, any old hurts, that sort of type thing, we're dealing with those at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up your first 3 cards, which is your past cards. We have the Magician, we have number 20, New Beginnings, and we have the Queen of Ariel. With the Magician card, I'm going to read each bottom of the cards, each one, and then I'm going to put the 3 cards together. So we've got the Magician. It says, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. We then have a Major Arcana card. They're both Major Arcana cards. We have the Major Arcana card, New Beginnings. And it says, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Probably where this one is coming in straight off out of the bat. Straight off out of the gates, this is a forgiving review of the past. Okay, all these past hurts and traumas, we're dealing with it, or we have been dealing with it, so that we can start a new beginning in life. And even with the Magician, it's a number 1. We're in a 1 universal month in June, so those numbers are all falling into place. With the Queen of Ariel here, it says, nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. So somewhere along the line, we're going to be using our Magician qualities. We're going to be dealing with the past for our new beginning, and it may require seeking practical and wise advice and being mature and practical about how we get that advice too. So I'm just going to turn these cards around in the order that they came out. So there's the Magician, there's the other Major Arcana card there, and these are your past cards. Okay, so this is what we've been working on to manifest this life. This is my abundance card. Every time I see the Queen of Ariel here, which is the Queen of Coins, it's all laid out in gold, basically. That's why I call it my abundance card, and that's how it comes across to me. They give it to me. This is manifesting this life that you want, that you have all the material possessions, whatever that you basically want, the life that you want, the career that you want, and it all starts with this card here, New Beginnings. So we've got this new beginning. Like I said, these are your past cards. Now we'll get on to, which are some good cards in this one. We have the 3 of Gabriel. These are your present cards for June. The 3 of Gabriel, the Star card, and the 7 of Ariel. Ariel is the coin suit as well. So the 3 of Gabriel reads, prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. Then we have the Major Arcana card, the Star, and this is the star that you can wish upon. In the Star card here, you can see this star here. This is actually the North Star. If you go out into the night sky, it's generally the first star that comes out at night, and it's the brightest, apart from the planet Venus. So with the Star card here, it says, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. Yippee. Then we get the 7 of Ariel. It says, you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. You can see with the 3 of Gabriel here, we've got a person standing on the dock here, which is basically waiting for that big sail ship to come in, or the ships coming in, your manifestations coming into reality. So this is, you've been the Magician, you've manifested, or you're trying to manifest the life of your dreams with this new beginning that we've been given. But this is you standing on the dock waiting for your ships to come in. So this is the 3 of Wands in the normal tarot. So you've done the hard work, you've done the hard manifesting, but your ships are coming in, and then you get the Star card on top of that, saying that, your dreams are coming true. I'm just going to read what it says again. A dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So those are pretty, those are two pretty good cards basically for your present in June. And then you get this card that says, don't stop manifesting. It reads, you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for your harvest or your manifestations. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavours. Okay, this is why I say don't stop manifesting with this card. This is only a 7. You're a life path number 7 as well, so there's a double 7 there. So don't stop manifesting, even though you've got the star card here and you're waiting for your ships to come in. This is still, a reviewing and going over things, but this is still, you've still got this card on the table, the Magician, okay? Whether it's in your future or it's going to come into, into play for all of June. Because you've got this new beginning, it's only the beginning. You're still in the process of getting to the next stage, to the next stage, to the next level, however you want to say it. I'm going to read this card again. You have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. This is you waiting on the dock for your ships to come in. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. And it's funny how they say endeavour in that, when you're in a boat, it's like endeavouring sort of type thing. I'm just trying to find the correct terminology for that one. Like it's an endeavour. Captain Cook went on many endeavours to find uncharted territories, all that sort of type thing. So that's sort of, and then you get that word endeavour that just jumped out at me in the 7 of Ariel here. What's your next endeavour going to be? Okay, so don't stop manifesting, because there's a star here that you can make a wish on as well. And it's in the middle of your spread too, so that's a very, very good card to have. 7 of Ariel there. So I'm going to put that card in the past, this past spread here, because your new beginnings doesn't involve any of this past hurts, or because you've manifested the life that you want. You've basically dealt with all these things in the past. You've released the past, you've grown from the situation, and time heals all wounds, and it is time to get over all these sorts of things. Your future cards here, good cards too. We have the 10 of Raphael, and it says, love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. You then have the 4 of Ariel, which says, when you give, you also receive, being resistant to change, and extremes in how you spend or save money. That card there in the normal traditional tarot is the 4 of Coins. You have the 8 of Gabriel, which is the 8 of Wands. It says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Communication, Mercury retrograde, so don't miss the communication coming in with that card. In the normal traditional 8 of Wands card here, it's 8 wands flying through the air. It's news and messages coming in, so keep your ears open. But this is, basically saying you're going to have a great deal to do as well. Sudden and immediate results. That means all these dreams are coming to fruition. You're not going to have to wait too long for these ships to come in. By this card here, all your ships are coming in. The 10 of Cups here, the 10 of Raphael. This is dreams fulfilled, basically. This is life as you wanted it manifested. Love and blessings fill your life. You've manifested these love and blessings into your life. So this being your future cards, it's quite good. With the 4 of Pentacles here, or the 4 of Ariel, it's generally depicted on a person holding onto their coin, their 4 coins, quite tightly. But it also can be with this card that you've given out a lot of coin, or you've given out a lot to the universe or people around you, that it's your time to receive is what I'm also getting. So whichever line that hits you there, when you give, you also receive, being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So whichever one resonates with you there, only you guys will know that one, because there's quite a few messages on that one card. Maybe you are holding onto your coin a little bit too tight. Maybe you haven't been holding onto your coin tight enough. Can be another one. But definitely with that one there, the 10 of Raphael, it says love and blessings fill your life. So I think all will be well. I am just going to pull one card. Don't bark, dog, it's fine. This one wanted to come out. I'm going to pull one on the 4 of Ariel here, and we got the 3 of Ariel. So it's kind of going regressing back here. It says, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. With the 3 of Ariel here, this is the Master Craftsman. It's usually that 3 of Pentacles in the normal tarot. This is doing something that you love and being recognised for it. This can be being a leader in the field of what you do as well, being innovative. But you've had to learn your craft. Maybe you've had to spend quite a bit of coin on learning your craft, and extra studies, all this sort of type thing. This is now where you are the master of your craft or what you love to do, and maybe you could be out there teaching it as well. So that's just clarifying that 4 of Ariel there. So, right, I'm going to leave that there. I don't think I need to clarify any more. I hope that made sense. So that's not a bad reading for life path number 7. Sorry, just had to pause the video. Right, the oracle cards. What I'm going to do, just for a little bit of fun, is I'm going to pull one oracle card per star sign. So I'm going to go right through from Aries to Pisces. Okay, and it's just a little bit of fun and a little bit of an extra message from the oracle, or wisdom of the oracle cards. Okay, so this is for June for life path number 7, from Aries to Pisces. So if you are a life path number 7 and you're in Aries, this card is for you. It's number 47 and it's go the distance. With the numbers, you can Google what 47 means in the numerology numbers that I give you on these cards. With the videos, I don't have time to tell you what each number says about the number, but it's just a little fun exercise you can do sometime. So this is number 47 for Aries, and it's go the distance. So you guys are going to have to go the distance this month, okay? So this means looking after your health, all that sort of type thing. When the going gets tough, you're still having to go, okay? Still go the distance, okay? If you're feeling a bit down or a bit run down, whatever, just know that you're going to have to go the distance. So I would suggest that you look after your health for one, but definitely don't give up under any circumstances. Go the distance and you'll be well rewarded at the end of it for Aries. So now, if you're a life path 7 and you are a Taurus, this next card is for you. The card came out. Go again, see what happens. Next one I want for Taurus, life path number 7s. You got 29 and breathe. Okay, so you might have to do a little bit of breathing before you speak, or breathing, stepping back and just breathe and let things unfold as they're going to for June, especially with the eclipses, all that sort of type thing. Like I said, people's emotions can be quite rattled, yours included. So just breathe through June. Don't forget, whatever happens, just breathe. Now, if you're a life past 7 and you are a Gemini, this next card is for you. This one's been coming out a lot too. It's number 1 and it's Yang energy. This is the male energy. So for June, you guys are going to have to use, I'm doing for Geminis, your Yang energy. Okay, you've got the North Node in your sign now, which is all about the future. So you're building your future, and you've got the North Node there helping you this month. So use your Yang energy in whatever endeavours you're doing. Now, if you're a life past 7 and you are a Cancer, this card is for you. It's number 16 and it's All That Glitters. So Cancerian life past number 7s, all that glitter is sometimes not gold. Just be very careful in your choices this month. Like it says here, all that glitters, you're going to be attracted to all that is glittery. You're going to want things, you're going to, want purchases, all these things, everything that you can see on a shelf, you're going to think, oh, I want it, sort of type thing. Just be very careful. I'm going to refer back to that 4 of coins. Hold on to your coins. So all that glitters is not gold sometimes, and sometimes it's bearer be wise, or buyer be wary, I should say. So just remember that card, all that glitters. Now we're on to, if you're a life path number 7 and you are a Leo, this next card is for you. And it's number 19 and it's flexible. So life path number 7s that are Leos, and be flexible this month. Flexibility will get you to the end of the running race, if you like. You might have to go around things or just change. But whatever you do, be flexible. Be like a card, you can bend whichever way in the wind and you're still going to win the race, okay? So your card for June is be flexible. Now, if you are a life path number 7 and you are a Virgo, this next card is for you. Okay, what's to come out? This one's been coming out a lot too. So for Virgos, it's number 51 and it's milk and honey. And if you can see there's a rather beautiful rainbow on this card as well. So you may see rainbows during the month of June, which are very auspicious. If you're doing something and you see a rainbow, you know you're on the right path, or you're making the right decisions. That will lead you to the land of milk and honey. So whatever you've been manifesting, even the 10 of Cups that we had down here in the spread comes to mind with this card. All things that you're manifesting is the life of milk and honey. So it's a pretty good card for Virgos to pull for June. So now we're on to Libra. If you're a life path number 7 and you're a Libra, wanted to come out, it is number 33. If you can Google angel number 33 as well, this is chaos and conflict. So if you can have a look at that picture there, you've got a zebra there. It's part zebra and it's part giraffe with this card. So there may be a little bit of chaos and conflict in the month of June for Libras. Libras are one of the signs that are doing things a bit hard in 2020. They're doing a complete 360. I'm a Libra as well. You're going to change your life and people are not going to recognise you after this year is over. We're doing a complete 360-degree change in what I've read in the for the sign of Libra. Whether you're rising, sun, moon, whatever Libra, this card is for you. This is chaos and conflict, so it's not quite over yet. And I think these eclipses are going to have a major effect on the Libra person, life path 7 Libras. Okay, so that's your card. So just be aware these eclipses and that might play a little bit of havoc in your life. But again, the best advice I can go to is this card here. And just breathe your way through it. Okay, just breathe, stand back and breathe to get through it. Okay. And that card there reminds me of that 3 of Swords. So we're on to, if you are a life path number 7 and you're a Scorpio, this next card is yours. So what do you think of it so far, guys? Leave a comment down below what you think of it. It's just a little bit of fun. The Scorpios, here you've got number 4, and it's higher power. You need to rely on your higher guides or the guidance that you get from your higher power, if you like, your angelic realm, the universe, be it whatever you believe in, it doesn't really matter. So Scorpios, you've got higher power on your side this month of June. So that's a pretty good card. I know that card's very hard to see. It's called higher power. Okay, so if you're after answers, seeking answers, if you've got a question for your higher power, now in June is the time that if you sit quietly and ask, you will receive from your higher power the answers. And now we're on to, if you are a life path number 7 and you're a Sagittarius, this next card is for you. Okay, Sagittariuses, this has been coming up in a lot of the life path readings for Sagittarians and a couple of the other ones. This is number 31 and it's why. At the moment, Sagittariuses are questioning why. This being that the South Node is in your sign now and dealing with the past. You're basically this person here going into this book of records, the Akashic records, or they call it the Book of Life. It's got angel wings on it, and you can't quite see it with this lighting in here, but there's a great question mark here. You're asking the whys now, okay? So one reason why Sagittarius has got that South Node in its sign. And there's quite a few people that will be going through this card in the next little while. But you're in the questioning why this has happened, why that's happened. Just that question mark is what I'm seeing with the why. You're asking the why, and the universe is giving you the answers. Maybe you might even be able to go and do some past life regression, anything like that, with your Akashic records here. So that's your card, Sagittarius, for June. Now we're up to Capricorn. So if you're a life path number 7 and you're a Capricorn, this next card is for you. Okay, here's our card. There we are. So what did we say we were doing? Capricorns. Capricorn, you got number 41, soulmates. So this is where this 10 of Cups and the manifesting card comes in. In the month of June, you could meet your soulmate, or a karmic soulmate, if you like. So that's a pretty good, and I don't think I need to explain that card to anybody. So if you're a life path number 7 and you're a Capricorn, you could meet your soulmate partner. And that's where the 10 of Cups comes in there quite readily, and the manifesting card. Because most of us, we try to manifest relationships, all that sort of type thing. Just giving these cards a bit of a shuffle because they're sticking together. So right, if you're a life path number 7 and you're an Aquarian, this next card is for you, and they're jumping out of the deck now. So it's number 15, and it's message in a bottle. Now this one's been coming out a bit too. Message in a bottle. Look out for messages, signs, all this. Basically, I'm going to say before even Mercury retrogrades on the 17th or 18th, you'll receive a message, and it can come in any form: email, text message. You heard the 2 messages that I got at the beginning of the video here. That was a bit of an omen, so maybe in the form of a text message. But there's a message in a bottle for you, and that could be something to do with the past, the present, or the future. Okay, so be aware that there is a message coming in some shape or form, and that Mercury is going retrograde. So keep an eye out for that message, and it could come in the form of, even if you meditate, you could basically download a message. At the moment, things are, people are struggling to sleep because of what's going on in the atmosphere. I'm waking up 3 or 4 times a night. I basically have to tell them to go away, stop telling me things, or stop giving me messages, because I just need my sleep. So I'm a little bit late doing the readings for June. We'll get there. It doesn't matter as long as you get the message, but this message is very important to you if you are an Aquarian. Okay, and like I said, Aquarius is one of the signs that has a major role to play in the coming weeks and months of 2020 and probably beyond. So just quieten that mind down, Aquarians. You're an air sign. Quieten that mind down so you can actually hear the message. So if you are a life path number 7 and you're a Piscean, this next card, too many, I'm going to take any of them. I want one card, please. So if you are a life path 7 and you're a Piscean, this card is for you. I feel like we're going to take both of them. One card, okay. So for the Pisceans, it's the number 14, and it's truth be told. It's time you told the truth, or truth will be told to you. Okay, with this one, it's time for you to speak your truth in the month of June. With the truth be told, this is basically a wise old owl. Okay, you've got the wisdom. This is you opening up that window and letting it all fly, if you like. All the things that you've been holding on to that you need to say, you need to get it off your chest and tell the truth. Truth be told. Okay, so it's time that the truth be told for all Pisceans in June, life path number 7s. So right, I'm going to leave that there. That's the end of that one. I hope you've liked it. It's just adds a little bit of a twist to it. There's many different spreads that you can do with cards. And like I say, I like to be a little bit different and not do the same thing all the time. I get a bit bored doing it. But that's just me. So please like, subscribe, hit the bell button if you want to be notified when I put videos out. I am going to come back in June and do some live videos, but I'll give you the heads up before I do that. But I will come back and do probably say mid-month readings, because it's such a heavy month that we're all at. So please give us the thumbs up. There's a lot of work that goes into these videos, and it also helps the channel get out there. The more people that like, subscribe, that sort of type thing, the further these videos go. So if you know anybody that you can share these videos with, feel free to share them. Well guys, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you all the best. It was a pretty good reading for life path number 7s. I hope you liked a little bit of a twist at the end. Like I said, I'm not just all about life paths. I'm also into the star signs and that. Most of us have grown up with star signs. So yeah, that's my take on lightening things up a little bit. Keep well and safe in the month of June, and I'll see you very soon.